Hey guys, how's it going? So I've been away for a little while, I've been kind of busy, but I'm ready to get back doing reviews. So here are my thoughts on the Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition. So I finally got around to watching this edition of the movie, and I figured with Suicide Squad coming out this weekend that I would give you my thoughts on this. So here goes. Full disclosure, there will be minor spoilers. So my initial thoughts when I first saw this film at the cinema was that I was a little bit disappointed. I didn't think it was a bad movie, but it left a lot to be desired. It really wasn't what I was expecting out of a Batman vs Superman movie. I didn't hate the movie, but at the same time, I didn't love it. Visually it was great, but the plot was all over the place, and I think that a lot of the problems could have been fixed if they had just focused on making a good standalone Batman vs Superman movie instead of having the whole let's make it a universe mentality. Now, the Ultimate Cut, it does add a bit more to the movie, and it helps the main story flow a bit better, but at the same time it doesn't make it a great movie. The film does still have a lot of the flaws that the theatrical version had, and it feels like a lot of the plot devices are being crowbarred in to help set up other movies like the Justice League, and really it just brings the film down as a whole. A big thing for me that did help make the Ultimate version better than the theatrical cut was the sequence in Africa near the start. It's a lot more fleshed out. You understand a lot more what the terrorists are doing, what their motivation is, and it just helps the narrative in the long run. There's also a lot more action in this scene, which ends up leading to when they cut back to America and Superman is blamed for the civilian casualties. You actually understand why he is blamed for these casualties instead of in the theatrical cut where it was just all chopped together quite poorly, and it was like, well, why was he blamed for the casualties? Because plot device. It didn't really make sense. In this version it does, it makes so much more sense. Another small thing here that I personally liked was the cameraman slash CIA agent is actually named as Jimmy Olsen in this film. It doesn't really add anything, nor does it take away from the film, but it was a nice little touch. I thought I quite liked it personally. Another big thing is that we see Clark Kent doing a lot more journalistic work. He's looking into the Batman, he's finding out more about him, sees him more as a vigilante, and again, you actually understand the motive for Superman hating the Batman. He actually sees him as a criminal and a vigilante that needs to be stopped. It's not really a case of, I don't like you, well, I don't like you either. Cool, let's fight. Helping to drive this as well is that there's a bit more narrative on the branding victim at the start, and this helps to drive home Clark's point that he sees the Batman as nothing more than a vigilante that needs to be stopped. Another positive I found was the fallout from the bombing at the Capitol. You see, after the bombing takes place, there's paramedics, firefighters, police all going around trying to help the victims. Superman trying to help as much as he can, but there's nothing really he can do at this point. And this really helps piece things together a bit more as well, and you feel a whole lot more for the character than you did in the theatrical cut. A small point to this as well is there's actually an explanation as to why Superman wasn't able to see the bomb. It was encased in lead, and I just thought that was a nice little touch. These are just a few positive points I've found from this cut of the movie. Now, a couple of negatives for me would be, for one, they still struggled to make Lois Lane relevant. I mean, they had her piecing things together a bit more, but just because she's in the movie more doesn't make her a better character. It just felt like she was shoehorned in a lot of the time because she had to be there. Now, a lot of you will have already seen this, but there is a cameo near the end of Steppenwolf, seeming to be summoned by Lex Luthor for some reason. Now, I personally just don't think this made any sense, given the context. I mean, the cops find Lex Luthor, they come and arrest him, and then Steppenwolf just goes away. It's like, why wouldn't he use Steppenwolf in the same way that he used Doomsday against Superman? That just, it didn't make any sense to me. I feel like they could have kept this out of the movie. Following this, the scene in the prison between Lex and Batman was extended. It had the whole spiel of Lex being ruled insane, not fit to stand trial, Batman telling him that he's arranged for him to be transferred to Arkham so that he can keep an eye on him. Now, I thought this did add a lot more to that scene, made it make a bit more sense. I don't understand why they didn't just keep that in the film. It would have made a lot more sense than all this "the bell's already been rung" crap. Overall, I enjoyed this cut a bit more than the theatrical cut of the movie. I thought it made it a bit more enjoyable. That being said, it didn't make it a great movie, as I've already told you. It left a lot more to be desired, and it just really wasn't what I wanted out of a Batman vs Superman movie. However, because there's a lot more to it, I will have to give it 3 stars out of 5. Guys, thanks for watching my review of Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Edition. I'm sorry I've been away for a while. I've been extremely busy, but I plan on being up a lot more active on YouTube. So please like this video, comment, tell me what you thought of the movie, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.